This square right here, once your knight lands there, it never leaves. And that's an outpost. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to explain what outposts are, why they're so powerful, and how to build one in your own games, and how to stop your opponent from doing the same. An outpost is a square protected by one of your own pawns that cannot be attacked by enemy pawns. It's like a permanent base, fortress, deep inside enemy territory. But why is it so strong? Well, because it gives your pieces stability. Most pieces have to worry about being chased by pawns, but on an outpost, your piece is untouchable. It becomes a long-term positional asset, something you can rely on for the rest of the game. Take this knight for example. It's sitting firmly on d5 and it controls 8 key squares, cutting off the enemy's coordination, restricting movement, and dominating the board. And so the outpost becomes a hub. Your rooks, queen, and bishops start to orbit around it, supporting it and building pressure on the squares it controls. And it's not just a strong piece, it's a strong position. So how do you see an outpost before it exists? Well, you have to look for pawn structures that create holes. A hole is simply a square that can't be guarded by an enemy pawn anymore. And so when your opponent moves a pawn, always take a mental note of what it defends and what it leaves behind. And every pawn move is a small commitment. Once it steps forward, it can never step back. So when you see your opponent playing something like f5 or c5, you should ask yourself, what squares did that weaken? So each pawn move tells you a story, and sometimes the story ends with a perfect outpost. Now here's a method for building an outpost. Step 1. Identify the hole. Find the square your opponent can't contest with a pawn. Step 2. Restrict their pawn breaks. Use your pawns to lock the structure so that no future pawn can challenge your target square. Step 3. Trade the defenders of that square, and these are usually knights that compete for it. Step 4. Don't jump too early. You need to secure the area first and then plant your piece. Now let's flip it. How do you avoid giving your opponent an outpost? The first rule is, don't create unnecessary holes. Avoid irreversible pawn pushes like f5 or h5 if they leave squares you can't control. The second rule is to keep a pawn available to challenge critical central squares. As long as a pawn can hit that square one day, it's not a true outpost yet. So remember, in chess, squares win before pieces do. If you can control the right square and make it yours, the rest of the board follows.